What's up? That was weird. Anyways, this is going to be one of those videos that is going to be weird and rambly because I want to. It is mostly because of a few things. One is that I got more tattoos. If you know what these are, that's great. If you don't know, they are the dice that you primarily used in D&D or in other tabletop role-playing games, but specifically D&D. And I really enjoyed D&D. As a result, I wanted to get something that represented that. Granted, as of right now, it is halfway done, sort of. Like several months down the road, probably next year, I will be getting something that is in between the dice. So there is that. Anyways, it is also almost all healed. Because I got it last week, and it's weird. Usually they take a little bit longer, but this one, healing faster. But I didn't want to talk about my tattoos. I wanted to talk about the specific nature of this one tattoo because I fucking love Dungeons and Dragons. I have talked about Dungeons and Dragons a few times on my lovely channel. One time it was just me rambling and talking about it. Another time I talked about how you should start making a character or start D&D. And another time I've talked about Critical Role, which is a bunch of nerdy ass voice actors sitting around and playing Dungeons and Dragons. But this video is mostly talking about the next version of Dungeons and Dragons because it is something that I am excited about and apprehensive about. So those that don't know, Dungeons and Dragons as of 2024 will be 50 years old, and as of right now the edition that is being played is 5th edition. It has been out since 2014, so it's getting close to the 10th year of this edition, which roughly speaking is pretty normal. As I move this light slightly over because I'm not I'm going to keep this in. I could keep it out, but that would be easy. Anyways, the edition, 5th edition that is out is the one that I started playing the most of. I did start with a one shot of 3.5 and I have played 3.5 here and there. That being said, though, it is one of those things where I have also tried and looked up other different types of tabletop games. I really at some point would love to play Pathfinder 2nd edition because I looked at the 1st edition book and thought, Jesus Christ, this is too crazy. But then I have the 2nd edition core rulebook and several other books, and I think I understand that a lot more. Now then, so as of the end of August of this year, though, going back to D&D, they have started the process of playtesting. As some people know and others do not, they have the thought process is that 5th edition as a whole is more popular than the other editions put together, essentially. So as a result, instead of reworking it all from the ground up, they are taking the chassis that is the 5th edition rule set and essentially reworking it so that it works better. And they are calling it One D&D because they are moving away from editions. How this is going to stack up another 10 years from then, we'll find out. But it is one of those things where I'm hoping that they fix some of the problems that I do have with Dungeons and Dragons. And I would say that it is important to have criticisms in your hobbies that you have. That being said, I understand why they don't want to. As a whole, 5th edition is supposed to be simplified versions, because I have read the 3rd edition 3.5 edition rulebook, and I have looked at the 4th edition rulebook, and Jesus Christ, 4th edition was a little too crazy. In 3.5 I could understand it. It was just a lot. So it is one of those situations in which, understandable, they want to update it and make it be better. what has been shown so far with the 2 playtests that they have released with this, there's coming out in chunks, is that one, they're definitely improving the races you can play in Dungeons and Dragons, improving them to be a little bit better. Some were kind of notoriously weak and a worse option, and others were not so meh. But they are also updating the backgrounds that you can choose, and that first playtest was good. The second playtest was a little bit more divided. For the most part, I enjoyed certain aspects and also enjoyed how they are changing the 2-weapon fighting is now a light weapon property type of deal. So there are things that I like. There are certain things that I do not like and wish that they would improve, so to speak. And they might improve them. They might make them better. I don't know. Because this is the thing. This is all playtests. It could be utter dog shit in 2 years, and then everyone will just be going back to playing 5th edition. But, it might be great. It might change how everyone plays tabletop. I don't know. Or it's just good. It is one of those situations in which I am apprehensive, but I am full-heartedly excited about. And certain problems that I've had with Dungeons & Dragons are making a little bit of changes. There's probably several that I wish that they would fix. Like, I wholeheartedly think that they, with this edition, just should make the player's handbook have all of the subclasses, all of the classes, and just put them in there and be like, this is the player's handbook, go. And also because they are changing how certain classes work, and as a result, will make it so that those subclasses won't work otherwise now. So hopefully they do that. Probably not, though. It would be great if they did, but it is what it is. Other things is that certain classes, as of right now, feel like they're on the right track. The Ranger is the one that they released that has certain improvements, and they were like, oh man, it's going to be so powered. And I'm like, no, give me some of those things. Like, they no longer have more languages, which is weird for a class that travels all over. Give them more languages. And other things like they don't ignore difficult terrain at certain levels, and others kind of got nerfed it. A lot of things need to be changed, but where it's going, I enjoy. There is also the fact that the bar got some changes that were improved. There is certain things that I'm fine with, and other things that I'm like, maybe change it a little bit, but then again, solid. The rogue is, well, good. I think it just got better, because why not? But granted, this is the first 3 out of the 12 classes that are in the player's handbook. Hopefully they will also have the Artificer, which was a later class addition to the player's handbook, and then open up update the SRD, which is the open games license, to allow people to buy and sell different things for the classes. Because right now the Artificer, even if it is my favorite class, is dragging behind the other classes, just because in the 5 years that it was introduced, it has 4 subclasses compared to the 20 or so, not 20, but 10, 15 of the other classes. And also it needs more of the infusions, more spells, more, a lot more. And I am hoping that when they update the player's handbook, they're just like, okay, take it, update it to a little bit more to the new rule set, and then go from there. Because let's just face it, the Artificer is just good class. It's just really good. So yeah, it is a start. And when the survey comes out for this playtest, I will do it like I did it for the last one, and then I will do it for the next one and the one after that, and hopefully in 2024 when they release One D&D, which is either 5.5 edition like some people were like, or 6th edition, or just One D&D, because why the fuck are they like this? Other random tangent, fucking One D&D. It's not the first D&D. People are going to get confused by that. I understand that they're like, this is the one D&D you need. As a result, we are calling it One D&D. It is a stupid name because, the fucking Xbox and Microsoft did that, and they were just like, you know what? After the Xbox, you know what our next one is going to be? The 360. I'm just like, okay, whatever. And then, you know what the next one was after that? The Xbox One. It was so fucking stupid. Anyways, besides the naming convention, I am apprehensive, but also very happy for whatever happens next in the playtest, as well as the coming years of Dungeons and Dragons. Granted, until 2024, they are still releasing the different modules, the different campaign settings, and I'm excited to see what those add. Though I have done the playtest for those, and it is what it is. Granted, also, just want to point this out, anyone can do the playtest. You just need to go to D&D Beyond. You need to have a subscription to D&D Beyond by just your email. You don't have to pay for it. Go in, check out the surveys, check out the PDFs, check them out, read them. If you are new to D&D, do not try to playtest, or do not try to give feedback. I'm not saying this because I don't want people to do it. I'm saying this because it is complicated, and playtest material takes a bit to go through. So if you are interested and you have played tabletop RPGs before, then playtest. If you are new, then I suggest don't. Maybe come back in a year. They'll still be doing playtest at that point, and add in your feedback then. So yeah, I mostly just wanted to talk about my thoughts and hopes for D&D in the future, as well as mostly because got more tattoos and wanted to talk about them. And the easiest way to talk about them is talking about what they represent, which is me loving Dungeons and Dragons. Granted, this might change in 2024, where I'm just like, you fucked it up, and go from there. So hopefully you enjoyed my rambling. Hopefully you want to see more of this beauted face. If you do, think about hitting the subscribe button. If you like this video, hit the like button. After all, if you liked my content and subscribed to me, and you want to see more of said content, I will follow whatever the like button tells me. I have nothing else. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed. Hopefully you like Dungeons and Dragons. If you do, put it in the comments down below, and just stay safe out there. Don't do anything illegal. Don't know why that was the first thing, but stay safe, read manga, play some Dungeons and Dragons if you can find a group, and that's it. Bye.